Hello, teacher. My name is Nguyễn Hoàng Phúc, and today I'm going to showcase my team understanding on how we were able to build the student information management system. Our team consists of Nguyễn Hoàng Phúc with the student number 521H, U5, U9, Kiều Hàng Phát with the student number 5218, U125. Wingx to SQL is a QSO component of the Net Framework version 3.5 that offers a runtime infrastructure for efficiently managing relational data objects within link into SQL. The relational database data model is mapped to an object model expressed in the developer chosen programming language. During the application execution, we need to SQL generate the language integer query within the object model into SQL and send them to the database for execution. Once the database returns the result, we into SQL generate them back into objects that can be easily manipulated within the developer programming language. One of the notable features within SQL is comprehensive support for transition view, store, procedure, and user-defined function. Additionally, it provides a convenient way to integrate data relation and business logic rule into data model while also supporting single table inheritance within the object model. Going into SQL object creation. No mapping. Object relational mapping is a technique streamlining the connection between relational database entity and object in programming, representing traditional methods like native API or ODBC. Application history found that database data manually creating class for entities such as order, but object relational mapping simplifies this TikTok and object or relational mapping, context object and entity card. Microsoft Linux to SQL a new object relational mapping format compete with other object relational mapping products like and Hibernate, offering unique and advantages such as Linux integration, support for SQL Server, store procedure, and automate establish of relationship between tables. Linux to SQL stand out due to its specific design compatibility with .NET and SQL Server, and strong typing of field query result, catching error, and at compile time. Being part of Net Framework, NX will eliminate the need for third-party object relational mapping for product installation and maintain in product and development environment. Now we'll move on to Linux to SQL syntax. In Linux to SQL, declare syntax for a structured pattern. It starts with a from clause, which is akin to saying for each object into the collection, which is similar to a for each group in traditional programming, like integration to each student in a list for each student. After the from call, you can import various standard query operations to perform operations like filtering, grouping, or joining elements within the collection. Think of it as a tool in your toolkit allowing you to shape, manipulate your data in different ways. There are approximately 50 of these operations available in Linux to providing a broad range of functionality in the sample provided. We use the where operation or call immediately after from call. The operation allow you to set a condition. Typically, expect using a lambda expression in a simple term is a way of saying give me only those elements in the lesson that satisfy a particular condition. Finally, every link to that SQL query conclude with a select or root cause. The select cause is a perfect significant accurate help save the resulting data. You decide what information you want to retrieve, where it's either object or just specific property. It likes using web column to display in a table. We move to SQL entity framework comparison. Hello everyone, I'm going to move on to LinuxQ and entity framework comparison. The development time. LinuxQ to SQL is known to have a rapid development time, providing quick and straightforward approach. Entity framework offer more complexity, potentially requiring a steeper learning curve due to its comprehensive feature. Linux to SQL simplify mapping with one-to-one relationship between classic and table. Entity framework support more intuitive scenarios, allowing a class to map to multiple tables, offering flexibility for complex database structure. Linux to SQL early implement inheritance, making it straightforward to represent hierarchy in the database. But some challenges is applying inheritance, especially in more complex scenarios. Complexity linked to SQL prioritize simplicity, providing a user-friendly experience for quick development. Entity framework also potentially slower in development. It comprehensive with more capability catering to advanced scenario. Model linked to SQL include the user of a domain model focusing on the representation of the concept and behavior in the problem domain. In the data framework, linked to work, conceptual data modeling, emphasizing abstraction high-level concept, linked to SQL primarily associated with SQL database, aligned with traditional relational system. Also flexible by supporting various database, including non-SQL options, providing a broader range of choices. More real to work basic server operation supported small ways to work basic server operation, entity framework, comprehensive support, extending to server operation, replication, reporting service, business intelligence. Now I will move on to Wing4. WinForm is a framework for creating user interface for Windows desktop application. It provides incredible effective method for creating desktop application by utilizing a visual effect that is integrated into vStudio. The framework makes it easier for developers to create apps by enabling features like drag and drop, which make it simple to arrange with visual control. Here are the main features of WinForm. WinForm for UI developer, key component of a net framework for desktop application to provide creation of aesthetically appealing interface, utilizing visual design such as VStudio, responsive design and control, offer a variety of control, e.g. web page, desktop for dive UI need, event-driven development approach, enhance responsiveness, user control tag enable creation of custom control for specific function, data management and presentation, data review control simplify table data presentation, facilitate integration with the database, XML and JSON file, binding source component and source stream navigation, editing and data presentation, data source window in vStudio streamline integration for diverse data sources. Hello teacher, now I will be comparing between WinForm and Windows Presentation Foundation. The target audience for WinForm is American advanced developer. WinForm is suited for those with more experience and developer understanding of desk application and development. WPF designed for all developers. WPF caters to a broader audience, including those with varying level of expertise, capacity. WinForm generally is simple in terms of development and understanding, making it more approachable for developers who prefer a tech-forward framework. WPF offer more complexity, providing advanced feature and a more intricate architecture, which may be appealing to developers who are looking for a comprehensive toolkit. Scalability WinForm tends to be more less scalable compared to WPF, making it suitable for small to medium-sized applications with single requirement. More WPF more scalable, offering better support for handling complex and large-scale applications, making it a preferred choice for enterprise server projects. Security WinForm can be considered less secure due to its older architecture, which may lack some of the modern security features. Following newer framework like WPF generally consider more secure, benefiting more from a more modern architecture and better integration with security measures, making preferred for application with high security requirements. Design WinForm provides more control over design elements, making it suitable for developers who want precise control over the visual aspect of their application. WPF offers less control over design elements and it follows a more declarative approach, making it easier to create visually appealing applications, but with a standardized look and feel. WinForm can be faster in certain scenarios, especially for simple applications, and can have a lighter footprint. WPF can be slower due to its more extensive features and capabilities, which may impact performance, especially in resource-intensive applications. Thank you for my presentation. Hello teacher, my name is William Phúc and today I'm going to showcase our group student information management system. First, in our submission folder, there should be a README file. You need to install DevExpress and DevExpress and the NuGet DevExpress when designed to run the program. Run the database script. Here, there should be a DevExpress installed as well. Run the database script in the support folder. Run the command here. As you can see, the S3 database has been created successfully. Now, in the connection string, copy the connection string, and then go to your Solution Explorer, go to App Config, and replace the connection string here with your connection string. Now, to run the program, you need to click on Access Start. Log in with the username is admin and the password is 123456. At the admin, you have a multitude of operations that you can do. You can add a new staff, that means employee. You can also add a new manager, and you can choose the profile picture as well. And the phone numbers. You can view the history logging of all user in the system. You can also view the history, the individual history by clicking on that. You can then delete or lock a user. Lock a user means that they are not allowed to access the system anymore. Deleting a user will result in them being deleted from the system. You can then go to the log profile, restore it, or delete them again. The delete user is located here. You can restore the user, meaning they can use the system again. You can also source the user or find a user based on their roles. You can also search a user using the search bar over here. Now, you can edit a user information as well. And also, you can edit your own profile picture and your own information. Now let's move on to the string operation. Here, you get a multitude of operations based on the string of the system. You can delete a string off of the system, deleting JSON. There we go. You can edit a student information. And you can add a new user to your system. You can also import or export a file user. I will now be exporting user information. As you can see, the export have been successful. Now I go on to importing a user student. In the support folder, there should be a student import here. And the system will check a student with the same ID as those that are already in the system, and it will accept ID that are not in the system. So be mindful of the ID right here. They allow a user to be identified within the system. Click OK. Save. or user have been imported successfully, or student have been imported successfully. Now, to add a certificate for a student, you just need to click on the student, then click on the add certificate. That's it. You need to enter the certificate ID, the certificate name, and the issue date, and the expire date. Then the rate. You can also edit the certificate. And delete a certificate. You can also import certificate. You can see the certificate that have the same ID in the ID certificate field will not be imported into the system. You need to import a certificate that have different ID certificate field. Now, let's move on to the export operation. You can export the current student certificate or all of the student certificate. I will click on export all the student certificate. All student certificate. The export has been successful. Now, I want to move on to the role-based role-based operation. Log out of the system, enter employee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the employee operation, you can see you cannot do any operation that are related to the user. You just can change the employee your own information and your profile picture. You don't have any operation that are related to the student as well. You just have C operation. That means view operation only. You just can view the student detail in their certificate. Now let's move on to the manager role operation. Logging as the manager. The manager have all the different operations that are related to the student. But as you can see, there no user operation because the manager doesn't have enough privilege to access the user information. You can add a new student, edit a student, delete a student, import and export Excel file, and add a certificate, edit a certificate, delete a certificate, and import or export an Excel file. Certificate Excel file. That is all for my presentation. I hope you're doing well.